Hello, everybody. Welcome to Connected Community Health Support. I am your host for today's session, Jacob, and we are on day 82 of our bodyweight exercise program for weight loss. It's glad to be here. Glad to see you all here, and really excited to get into the session today. So, working into week 25 now. I've been moving along here pretty steadily. Got a good workout in here today, still working these hour-long formats at the current moment, but remember, there always is going to be that clear halfway point right there at the 30-minute mark, so don't feel like you got to stick around for the whole hour to get a good workout. It's there if you want it. That's the program we're working in, but still, any amount of exercise can be beneficial. I really like to think, if you're doing more today than you were the day before, you're still making progress, still moving ahead. So, hey, maybe if you can get through one set, two sets, it doesn't matter. We're here to help you reach your health and fitness goals. That's what Connected Community Health Support is all about. And so same thing, we created this program so it's completely body weight, no cost, no equipment. Don't need a lot of space. All you really need is an arm's length of space, and you can join in with today's workout. So if that's something that interests you, stick along with me here. We're going to get a great workout, and we're also going to be talking a little bit about social and environmental factors that play into health and fitness. This will be our second time covering this topic. So we first started out talking a little bit about social relationships, how these can impact your mental and physical health and how you can kind of cultivate a good environment. And now we're kind of talking about the positive and negative effects of not having that social support and having that social support system. Then, Thursday, Friday, going to be talking about a little bit more of the environmental side of that, kind of cultivating your environment. If you were tuned into Adam's stream yesterday, you saw Adam talking about here about the negative effects of, not having that social support system. So today's stream, we're going to be talking a little bit of a lighter note, talking about the positive aspects of having that social support system. So definitely want to stay tuned for that. We're going to be getting into more detail about that here at the end of the stream. But, don't want to ramble too much. We're going to get into the workout. I know we're on a good time frame. Maybe you're catching this at your lunch break. So we're going to get a good workout in here today. Week 25, believe it or not. 30 minutes of work, 30 minutes of rest. Get a quick 5-minute warm-up in here first. Let me just get this little thing set up. All right. Now we are good. So I just had to get my timer all good. What sounds better than a happy Monday? A very happy Tuesday, indeed. Good morning, happy face, or good afternoon. Probably not the morning here anymore. Oh, yeah, definitely not the morning here anymore. Let's just sleep a little bit later like me, but, that's okay. Anyways, good to see a happy face. Glad to see you in here. Hope you're enjoying your fun Tuesday afternoon. And we're going to get into this workout here in a few seconds. So let's get into the warm-up now that you know a little bit about what's going on. So first move I like to always do in the warm-up, I know you've seen this 100 times by now. Let's get those hip open and close the gate. Something about this move always gets the hips warmed up, gets them moving well. Love working with this one in my warm-ups. Not even specific to these workouts. This is something I try to incorporate in even my own personal workouts outside of this program, just because I think it's a good way to kind of get that blood flowing, get those hips moving in an unloaded fashion. Same thing. Don't feel like you got to go super high here. Keep it low. Same thing. Maybe you don't even want to step out that much. Maybe just kind of getting that leg moving. That is great, too. You're still going to be kind of getting these hips warmed up. Get that blood circulating. It's going to make that warm-up come a little bit more quickly and get your body prepared for this exercise. Another thing here, we're going to be almost done with this one, but don't be afraid to grab the wall here. Keep that extra balance with you. We're just warming the body up. If you're feeling like you might fall, and then now we obviously don't want to risk anything of that nature. It's not worth it to get a little bit more hip range of motion. So, if you want to grab onto that wall, don't hesitate. So next move coming up here in the warm-up, we're just going to be working on some T-spine rotations. Another one that's been in here a while. What better way is there to open up the thoracic spine? Put your arms out like you're driving a car. Rotate back to the wall. Bring that arm behind you. So just opening up. Get a little bit of that rotation. Should be feeling that in the mid-back a little bit here. Good work, everybody. Keep moving here. Nice and smooth. There we go. A few more reps. And all right, got that mid-back moving. Now let's work on the neck. So we got two different ways. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can kind of see what's going on here. So one way I like to work on this neck stretch is just to look to the wall, look as high as you can. It's like you're trying to draw the widest circle you can with your head. Trying to really look high, look behind you, looking down to the ground. Hitting all those range of motion in the neck. There you go. I'm going to keep moving on this side for another rep. All right, and now we'll come back the other way. Same thing, just kind of stretching the neck, getting it moving a little bit before we get into the workout. Especially if you're just waking up, maybe you've got a desk job, maybe you spend a lot of time sitting. Get that neck moving before we get into it. I know I've said this before, but all of our position of our body is really in relation to where our head is. Now, if your head is forward, you're more likely to lean forward with your body, and that's going to create those postural issues. Kind of our body is following the head. It's going to follow after a lot of different moves as well. So same thing, getting these muscles warmed up, bringing some sensation to the neck can even help you kind of get your body, be able to better determine where your body is in space. So why I always like to get the neck warmed up. So now we're going to move into the shoulders, and we got a little lower body stretch in here coming up too. So I'm going to be working on the shoulders now. I like to do these small shoulder circles first. Just like you're drawing a small circle in the air. Keep moving in here for a few more seconds. And now we're going to reverse the direction here. Starting to feel the shoulders warming up a little bit. Getting that blood flowing. And now let's open them up real wide. As big as you can here. Really stretch out the back, chest, lats, shoulders, all that good stuff. And reverse the direction again. Great work, everybody. Keep it up. A few more reps. All right, great job. Last move here before we get into the workouts. Another one where you can grab onto the wall or you can stand wherever, really. Just want to give that option. Same thing, we're just lightly kind of bringing that knee, trying to bring it back to our butt. Just moving through. Oops. Sorry. Went a little bit over on the warm-up. You might have heard the timer going off, but don't worry about that. More important, make sure our body is fully prepared for this workout. So I'm just going to spend a little bit more time on this last move. Since you get a little bit of momentum, kind of just trying to bring that heel up as high as you can comfortably. Same thing, you don't want to be pushing it that you're feeling like you're going to cramp, pull a hamstring. Same thing, you get a little bit of this rhythmic kind of bending. A little bit different from the leg swings, which are a little bit more hip. This one could be a little bit more quad, hamstring, and the knee warms up a little bit more. All right, we're going to be switching sides. Same thing. Curling that leg up. Just kind of letting, a little bit different from those leg swings. Kind of getting that leg flexion. Or knee flexion, leg flexion. I don't think that's a movement pattern. All right, great job. I'm feeling good. I hope you are as well. Just going to get a quick drink, and then we are going to get into the workout today. So here, before we start, and also happy face, I just want to say, Adam was telling me about your suggestion about posting on social media our workout for the week so people kind of know what they're getting into. Absolutely phenomenal idea. We're definitely going to start doing that. And honestly, none of us even think that. So I just want to say, happy face, thank you for the session. We're definitely going to start doing that. get everybody ready for what they're going through to the week, and same thing, make it a little bit less confusing. So moving in to a workout. So remember, we're going to be going 6 times through everything. We got 8 exercises, 30 seconds of work to 30 seconds of rest. But remember, don't feel like you have to get through the whole thing, especially if you're just joining in here for the first time. This is week 25, day 82, believe it or not, of our exercise program. So we've been going for quite a while here. We've been building up this pace, building up to this intensity. So, it might be a little bit difficult to hop on here right at day 82, but that's the same thing. You can get through half of this workout, quarter of this workout, whatever it is. That's how you make progress. That's how you're going to make improvement. You just keep challenging yourself, showing up, and, everybody's challenge level is different. So don't feel like you need to get through every set, every exercise. This is a pretty difficult workout. We've been building up to this for, like we said, 25 weeks of consistent exercise to get to this point. So don't feel discouraged if this is feeling a little bit difficult today. Check out the YouTube, Facebook, check out the link tree in our bio, and then you will be able to see all of our previous workouts all the way from day 1. So I'm a visual learner. I like to see things. I will usually remember better if I see it written down or see it demonstrated. Yeah, that's a good. I'm the same way, Happy Face. I think a lot of people are as well, and I think that might even be a good idea. Maybe we put the workout and we do like a quick 30-second clip of us just demonstrating all the exercises. So maybe you got a little bit of so I know sometimes the timing can be a little bit off. Maybe we're not directly on time, or something like last week, you only had 15 seconds to demo the move. So that could be a little bit difficult, but if we have all the list of the names and you can attach that name to a demonstration, that could be really helpful. So thank you for that idea, Happy Face. And we're going to get into the workout here in a second. We're going to pretend like I didn't almost just fall over coming out of that squat. It's all good. All right. Hold on, let me get this thing. All right, so 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Let's get ready, everybody. Get your water close and get all your equipment. Just kidding. Don't need any equipment. Just a little bit of space. Let's get ready. We're going with hinge first. So just like you're reaching down the ground, like you're trying to pick that object up off the ground. Remember, you want to keep that slight bend in the knees. Let the hips go back towards the wall. Pick up that object. You can also go with a single leg variation. Leg on the wall, on the edge of the couch. It's the same movement pattern, a little bit more challenging, especially with that single leg. But choose your variation. Find out what works for you. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. 30 seconds work, 30 seconds of rest. A little bit of a deload week here compared to last week. We always kind of ramp up the intensity for 3 weeks straight. Then we kind of taper off a little bit. So, we have time so we don't feel like we're plateauing constantly, turning up the intensity, not feeling like you get a chance to kind of get your body accustomed to that intensity. 3, 2, 1, and done. So that's why we kind of have that little bit of that taper off after that week. Not by much. I think we're going 45, 15, 30, 30. Still going to be a good workout here today, but a little bit less intense than last week. So we got our row fly combo. 2 variations here. We can go row fly. So row fly. So from the side, rowing up, flying out. Or we can go with our lateral raise variation, just raising the shoulders up. I know that bent over position can be kind of difficult for some people, depending on your mobility and current fitness level. So let's get going. Shine variation works for you in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to be doing the row and fly. I'll work on the ladder raise the next time through, but I'm going to be working with this one for the first set. Remember, your same thing, you're going to be in that hinge position, just like the deadlift, strong, flat back. To get in this position, by kind of put my hands on my knees. And same thing, row, fly, row, fly. And same thing, you can go 1 arm at a time, nothing wrong here. And same thing, make it a little bit easier for you. 3, 2, 1, and done. Really good job with that. Next move, we got our D1. So another same thing. Going to be on my knees for this one. So D1, reaching across the body, coming back up, and back up even a little bit more. The same thing when you finish. Thumbs are going to be to the wall. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So then I'm reaching across the body, and I'm pointing my thumb out to the wall, going this diagonal motion across the body. Really love this exercise. Pretty commonly used in physical therapy as well to help with shoulder issues and things of that nature. Hits a lot of these good scapular muscles. And same thing, a lot of these smaller muscles in the back of the shoulder as well. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Great job, everybody. Next move, we got our contralateral reach and march. So same thing, I'm going to be knee up, knee, opposite arm. We're reaching to the sky with the opposite arm, opposite leg, getting a little bit of that single leg bounce component. And same thing, if you're feeling like you don't got a lot of stability here, there's nothing wrong with using the wall. You can kind of use this for back support. Whatever's feeling good for you. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, wrong side. That's the same side. We want to go opposite side. Reach and march. You got 30 seconds. Find a good pace. You control the intensity here. I'm just here to walk you through the movements. Great job, everybody. You got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Really good job, everybody. Next up, we got squats. So same thing. We've got a few different variations here. We can go into these lateral squats. So you can see it's kind of like I'm sitting into a chair with one leg leaning over that side, or we can just work with some regular body weight squats. Just pretend like you're sitting in that chair and standing up, or use a couch and literally sit down and stand up. This is a great variation, great workout too, but we're going 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm working on the lateral squats. That's what's feeling comfortable for me today. Same thing, don't feel like this is the variation that has to work for you. And it's essentially the same squat pattern. We're moving this lateral plane. You're going to be getting more into that outside of the hip, a little bit more so than you would with your regular body weight squats. Same thing, relatively similar moving patterns, working a lot of the same muscle groups. So don't feel like you have to do lateral squat variation. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, squat pattern done. You know what that means? We got push-ups coming up next. A few different variations here. You can go from the wall, and then the further your feet are away, the harder it's going to be. Once you're pushing yourself away from the wall, getting this motion is important for the shoulder, one of our fundamental movement patterns. Or we can go from the edge of a couch, from a counter. We can go from the ground, go from our toes, go from our knees, and we go from our knees. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And same thing, I'm putting a pillow under my knees. Same thing. Could be a great variation, especially if you got harder wood floors, rough carpet. Make things a little bit more comfortable for you. And same thing, you can hold to this bottom position, just push away from the ground. That can be a great workout here as well. 3, 2, 1, and really great job with that, everybody. Next move, we got up our ITYs. So I'm going to be showing it from a kneeling variation. We're going to be doing this bent over though. So I straight up, wide, diagonal, T, all the way out. Same thing, try to get into that bent over position. I, thumbs up, Y, T, so you can resist gravity. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I, Y, and T. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult holding that bottom position. You're going to be working the legs here, even though it's more of an upper body with this movement, but you're lying if you're saying you're not feeling this in the quads and the legs. Great job, everybody. You got 10 more seconds. Here you go. 3, 2, 1. And great job with that. ITY is done. We got one more move here in the workout. Since this one you might want a chair for. I'll be back in 1 second. Just going to grab a chair quick. Chair is not needed. The same thing, you might want it for this one. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to be showing the two variations. Just going to spend a little bit more time demoing this one because this one can be a little bit of a more difficult move. So one variation here is you can put the hands here on the edge of the chair, walk the feet out to a comfortable position, and same thing, tiptoe back in. The same thing, this would be walking out, bringing the hands back in. And you can do the same thing from the wall. Then you can push it into the wall. You can step the feet out, come back in, you're working on shoulders, core, hips, all that good stuff. We can also work on the grounded variation. It's going to pull this chair out of the way for a second. And this variation, you're just going to be most advanced variation of this movement. Walking down, try to bring the hands down to the floor. Walk the hands out. Then come back in. Same thing, a little bit more advanced. You're not going to get a lot of reps with this one. So pace yourself. Find the variation that is most comfortable for you. And we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. I'm going to be showing a few different variations throughout this one. Same thing, I'm going to show a few reps of that standing variation without the chair or the wall. The same thing, you're hitting the same movement pattern, hitting a lot of the same muscles no matter what variations in me. If I'm going from the wall, it feels a little bit different, but I'm still working the core. I'm still taking those steps back. Then I know it feels maybe a little bit awkward from that angle. But all right, 3, 2, 1. Great job. I know it goes by quick, 30 seconds, but believe it or not, you are already one round through the workout today. We're going back to the hinge pattern. So remember, just like you're bending over, picking that object off the ground, maybe using an object, using a pillow. I'm bending over like I got to pick up that pillow, drop it back on the ground, pick it back up. Once you do the same thing with that single leg variation, bend over, pick up that object. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing, I'm reaching towards the ground, moving to a height that's comfortable. Same thing, you're going to know what your range of motion is better than I will. Don't feel like you got to go to the same range as me. Maybe you're going more than me, less than me. Doesn't matter. Everybody's at their own fitness level. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good job with that one, everybody. We got row, fly, or lateral raises. So remember, going to be in that hinge position again with that row to fly combo. Row, pulling that elbow up to that shoulder height. Then fly, arms out straight. So row, fly, or we can work on lateral raises. Just bringing the hands up to shoulder height, working a lot of these same muscles. We're going to get going. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And we're working with the lateral raises this time. Going to be mixing it up a little bit here. Good job, everybody. Halfway through this one. Just keep moving. Remember, another thing here is you can get a little bit of momentum, get kind of into this swinging motion like I'm doing now. You make it easier to get it up. You can also do a little bit of a hold at the top, come back down, resist gravity a little more, make it a little bit more intense. Great job with that one. We're going to take the count once. I just want to demo this next move. We got our D1. So remember again, like you're reaching into your pocket, coming across diagonal. You at the halfway point yet? I missed the start, but can pick up from there. No, we are not. We're actually just into round 2. We're in the second exercise now. So, hey, want to join in now or wait till a halfway point? Up to you. We got D1 starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. But also, by the way, really good to see you in here, 4th. And then I'm reaching across that body, moving that shoulder in that diagonal position. Really love this exercise. 3, 2, 1. Really great job here. Yeah, I know it looks like we're getting towards the halfway point. We've been streaming 25 minutes now, but was talking, maybe probably talking a little bit too much in the beginning. But hey, it happens. We got our contralateral march and reach here. So opposite arm, opposite knee, reaching up to the side. Remember, you could use that wall if you want that little bit of support, if you're feeling unbalanced. Same thing, you can go through the same movement. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Reaching up, coming back down. You control the pace, you control the height. Same thing, maybe, your full range of motion overhead is, you're only getting it right here. That's completely fine. It's going to get better over time. But don't feel like you've got to go completely overhead. You could just give me a little bit of reach right here. Maybe just get to head height. Great job, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, squat pattern coming up next. Remember, we can go into that lateral squat or that bodyweight squat or the box squat. It's up to you. So remember, let's pretend like you're sitting in a chair. Coming back up, if you can work on a lateral squat, weight's going to be shifting a little bit to one leg, just like you're squatting down with one leg a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, 30 seconds. You got this. Moving right along here. Great job. Same thing. If anybody has any questions, comments about the form here, I know it's going to be a difficult move to learn. That's always been in the program for a little bit here. We want people to get comfortable with this one because it can be pretty difficult. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, squat done. Back to push-up. Remember, you can go from the wall, from the floor, from your knees, from your hands. You go to the bottom, just hold the position. It doesn't matter. You got to find the variation that works for you, not the one that works for anybody else. Come on, everybody, again, ready. Remember, the further you get the parallel to the ground, the harder it's going to be. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds. And then go at your pace. Remember, you can just hold a certain position. Maybe you want to hold at the top. Maybe you want to hold at the bottom. Find a variation that's challenging, that's comfortable for you. 3, 2, 1. Really good job, everybody. 25 seconds left in this little cool down here. We got ITYs. We're coming up on the end of the second one. 2 more moves. Second little round here. So, remember, bent over position. I, T, Y. Remember, you can go one arm at a time as well. You can brace yourself. I, Y, T. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Find that variation that works for you. Working the arms, legs, core, all that good stuff, all in one exercise. What more could you ask for? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. IYT's done. Inchworm coming up. So remember, going from the standing variation, walk the hands out, come back in. We can also go from the chair or edge of the couch, whatever it may be. Then you put the hands on the chair, walk the feet out, bring it back in. That's what I'm going to be demonstrating. 3, 2, 1. Same thing, still working on the core, still working on the shoulders. Same thing, look at this position right here. You're going to be working on the core, you're going to be working on the plank. Tell me that's not the same variation as doing it from the ground, doing it from the wall. It's the same muscles, a little bit different variations, a little bit different challenges in each of these variations. 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Bring it back in. So 2 rounds down, really great job, everybody. You know what that means? Back to the top hinge. Got a little bit quick cool down here at that halfway point. Get anybody warmed up who's just joining in. We got 15 seconds till that hinge. All right, here we go. It's coming right up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And then working on that hinge, you control the pace, you control the intensity. Reaching down to the ground, coming right back up. Another good variation here. Keep the hands on the hips. This can kind of ensure that the hips are going back. You're getting into that nice, comfortable position. Same thing, work on a range motion that's comfortable for you. That's really the main thing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good job. All right, hinge done, row fly, or lat raises. So remember, if you're going for the row fly, strong bent over position, just like we were in that hinge. Row the elbows up, fly, mount. So bent arm row, straight arm fly. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Rowing and flying, working on those back shoulders. Definitely working on the core and the legs as well. You don't really have a choice in this bottom position. But remember, don't feel like you got to go both at the same time. You can go one arm at a time. That's a great variation way to kind of make it a little bit more manageable. Good work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. D1 coming up next. I'm going to get my pillow. I'm going to come down on my knees. I'm coming across the body each and every rep. We're going to be going here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And I'm reaching in my pocket, coming up, thumb back to the wall. Working on the shoulders, working on the core. A lot of good stuff happening here. Reaching into that pocket. When I was in physical therapy, they said it's like you're unsheathing a sword, like you're on the Game of Thrones or something. And then bringing that out, diagonal, pointing that thumb back to the wall. Actually, never seen Game of Thrones, but somebody else made that analogy when I was teaching them this move in prison. 3, 2, 1. I remember saying, it's like, oh, it's like unsheathing a sword. And he's like, oh, just like Game of Thrones. And I was like, hey, if that's what you want to relate this movement to, that's what it's all about. I think it's really important for everybody to relate exercises to things they do in real life, things they can have a connection to. So it's like, you have that automatic pattern. It's like, oh, this is just like bending over and picking something up. It's not a deadlift. But all right, we got contra reach, dead bug, opposite arm, opposite leg. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing, whenever I'm doing these reaching motions, what I like to, associate this reach with is, I'm trying to grab something off that top shelf, try to make it as natural as possible so I don't feel like, oh, I'm doing a shoulder press. I'm trying to reach, I'm trying to grab something up as high as I can, relate it to something you might do in everyday life. 3, 2, 1. Great job. We got squats coming up next. So remember, you can go with the body weight squat. Looks like you're sitting in a chair, coming back up. Or you go lateral squat, you're going to see my hips do the same motion. I'm coming into the side. I'm a little bit going into the lateral, but you can see hips are still dropping down, whether I'm going double leg or single leg. So find the variation of where you working a lot of the same muscles here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Then maybe you're feeling crazy today. Maybe you want to get some plyometric squat jumps. You're going to be really tired after this going through those. But hey, we just want to throw some more variations in there so people of all fitness levels can challenge themselves. Go work. You got 10 more seconds. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That's how you do it, everybody. Great job. Push-ups coming up next. Remember, from the floor, from the wall, from the edge of the couch, the closer you get to a parallel, the harder it's going to be. So if you're up against the wall, the further these feet are, the harder it's going to be. If you're on the edge of the couch, the lower the surface, the harder it's going to be. You're going from your knees to your toes. Obviously, how much weight bearing is going to play a role. But 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I didn't really explain the weight bearing thing, but it's like, you know, if you're using your legs, all your toes, everything like that, you're adding more weight, more load. Going from your knee, you're really only pushing probably more than half of your body, but still not your whole entire body weight. Then they choose a depth that's comfortable for you. I'm going chest to ground. That's my shoulder range motion, but same thing. Maybe you're only feeling comfortable going about halfway. That's completely fine. 3, 2, 1. Great job. ITY, inchworm. And then we are done with this first half. We're going to cool things down a little bit at this midway point. Get people ready for that second half. Maybe anybody that's hopping off here. Maybe you're just joining into that halfway point. Whatever the circumstances, we got ITYs coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So thumbs up, back of the hand up. Same thing, we're just going to be keep repping, keep moving through this here. Good work, everybody. Come on, keep it up. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Really good job with that, everybody. Next move, we got the inchworm. So remember, we can go from the wall, floor, chair, whatever is feeling good for us. Did the chair variation last time, so we're going to go back to the floor. We're sending the wall could be a great variation too, but I do feel like it's kind of weird when I demo the wall one because I'm like completely not even facing you. Can't see the timer, so I do demos in the beginning, but I usually stay away from them so I can keep track of the timer. So now we're getting started, but we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Simply, I'm walking the hands out. I'm coming right back in, standing up tall. Walking them out, coming right back. Try to get one more rep here. Finish strong. And done. Really good job with that, everybody. Halfway through the workout. Really great job. Grab a drink. I'm going to take a quick break here. Cool things down just a little bit. Not going to take too long. We want to keep everybody on that time frame. Just a little bit to kind of catch your breath, recover a little bit before we get into this second circuit. So, for our cool down, we're going to be moving with some similar moves we did in the warm-up here. So, 1, love doing some leg swings, getting the hips moving. And just letting it swing out, just catching our breath here. Take a little bit of a break. Not going to go too long though. We still want to keep that heart rate up a little bit. We just want to give just enough to kind of catch our breath, give everybody opportunity to either hop out, hop in, whatever the situation is. And as always, if you're just finding out about us now, welcome to Connected Community Health Support. We are here to make health and fitness more accessible through things like this, free bodyweight exercise programming. We do lots of blogs, social media, community events, free health coaching, one-on-one personal training, virtual or in-home. Trying to do everything health and fitness related. I just realized I didn't pause the timer. That's not good because now we're going into the workout again. Sorry about that. I'm gonna pause that. Okay, sorry. So now we got our leg swings. We'll finish up a little bit. Now we're just gonna work on some shoulder motion here. Kind of shaking things out. I like to call these the self hugs. Really great kind of just ballistic stretch, dynamic stretch, getting these shoulders moving.
especially after doing some of that push and pulling. I really love this one. Same thing, especially if you're just getting in the workout here, kind of shaking out things. All right. So let's do some big one-arm shoulder circles. I like to stand with the opposite leg forward, going up, and then going back. Really into that full range of motion. You can go for 6 each side. Forward and back is 1, so that was 3, 4, 5, and here we go, last one, 6, and 6. All right, other arm, switching the leg, getting the other one forward. Just opening up the shoulder, open up the chest. Do a lot of shoulder motions here. Not a lot of shoulder motions, but muscle exercises that are going to involve the shoulder joint. And the shoulder joint has the greatest range of motion of all the joints in our body. So important to get this thing moving. Last one right here. All right, same thing. Let's do one more leg cool down / warm to kind of get things going. We were doing those leg swings going across. So now we're just kind of doing a little bit of some leg curls. Remember, you don't got to make this really intense. Don't feel like you got to squeeze it up as high as you can. Just kind of rhythmically kind of bending at the knee, trying to kick the heel to the butt. And do a few more reps here. All right, switching legs. Really love this one. Feel a little bit of stretch in the hip flexor. Get some of that motion going through the knee. And definitely gets that hamstring working a little bit, getting it warmed up. All right, great job with that, everybody. That's a little bit of quick mid-workout cool down, warm-up, whatever you want to call it. We're getting back into the business here, though, so get ready, everybody. We're starting off with our hinge first. Remember, you control the range of motion. Coming down to the toes, coming down to whatever range of motion feels the best for you, like you're picking an object up off the ground. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Reaching down to the ground, coming right back up. You control the pace, you control the intensity. And same thing, we can also go with our single leg variation. I'm putting my foot up on the edge of my couch, trying to get a comfortable position. Same thing, I'm reaching down to the ground. Just like I was in the double leg position. 3, 2, 1. Great job. We got our row fly combo. So remember, bent over position, rowed up every rep. Row, fly, or same thing if that's feeling a little bit difficult, holding that bent over position. You can also work with some lateral raises. Bringing the arms up to shoulder height, whatever's feeling comfortable for you. We're going 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm working on the row fly. You choose a variation that works for you. The same thing, if you want, you can add a little bit of a hold at the top. That's going to make it a little bit more intense. Even just a 1 to 2 second hold. Great work, everybody. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That's how you do it, everybody. Great job. D1 coming up. Putting my pillow down on the ground. So coming across the body like you're unsheathing that sword. Reach into that pocket and then come back, thumb, point back towards the wall behind you. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get after it. Come on. 30 seconds of D1. Into the 4th set here. Still got a great workout ahead of us. We're going to finish strong here. 15 seconds. go work, everybody. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. I know you're working hard behind that screen. Can't see you, but I know you're working. We got our Contra lateral reach / dead bug. So remember, reaching, getting that arm opposite knee above head. Remember, don't feel like you have to get a ton of range of motion here. Even if you just, getting that leg off the ground here. You can say that you could barely get it off the ground, even get it a few inches. You still be working on that single leg balance, hip stability, working the core. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Choose the height of the knee that works for you. Choose the height of the arm that works for you. And I'm not even going opposite arm, opposite leg. Oh, geez. It's funny because I didn't even notice it. I'm like, I can see myself on the stream. Like the screen, I guess. I can pretty much see what you guys are seeing. I'm like from my laptop. So I noticed from that I actually wasn't going the outside arm, opposite leg. Didn't even notice in real life. But anyway, squat coming up next. Remember, lateral, bilateral, whatever is feeling good for you. We can come down. We can go to the side. We can box squat, sit in that chair, stand back up, sit in the couch, stand back up, sitting, standing, same thing as a squat. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's get into it right here. 30 seconds. That's all you got here. Finish strong. I'm slacking a little bit. Jeez. Just one thing to be careful of. If you're wearing socks and you maybe got a hardwood floor, these lateral squats can be a little bit more difficult. I don't have a hardwood floor. I'm slipping a little bit. And, it definitely makes it a little bit more challenging. That strong footing. 3, 2, 1. Really good job. You know what that means? After squats, we always got push-ups. So remember, wall, chair, floor, couch, you name it. Doesn't matter to me. You just got to pick a variation that's challenging for you. That's really what it's all about. If you're challenging yourself in the set, you're going to make improvements. You're going to make gains. You just got to keep working, keep challenging yourself. But if you're choosing a variation that doesn't feel like it's challenging you, it is going to be more difficult to make that progress. So really ramp it up if you can. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing. Don't feel like you have to go maximum effort on every set. But if you just got to feel like you challenged yourself. You got to say, was that set hard? It isn't going to be hard. Was it a little bit difficult? If it was, that's a good time. But if you're feeling like it wasn't difficult at all, we might want to ramp up the intensity there. Go 3, 2, 1. And great job, everybody. IPYs. So, bent over position. We can go I straight overhead, Y, not Y in a Y shape, T going out to the side backhand. So wall. So you got thumbs up overhead, thumbs up in the Y, back of the hand in T. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, raise them up to a height that's comfortable for you. It's going to be a little bit different from everybody. Same thing, maybe you're a little bit less than your shoulder height. That's completely fine. You just got to work at what's comfortable for you. You'll get better over time, I promise you. Just keep working at it. Keep staying consistent. It'll come. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Now that that's over, we got our inchworm. Remember, we got a few variations here. You can go from the wall, hands firmly placed into the wall, walk the feet out, and then you can step them back in. You go from the chair, walk the feet out, step them back in. Or same thing, you can go from the ground, walk the hands out, walk the hands back in. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Be working with the chair variation. I'm trying to mix it up each one so you get a little bit more reps of each of these variations. I'll be honest, I feel a great hamstring stretch, especially just kind of coming over in this bent over position right here. So, a little bit of stretch in here and while we're working on our core, shoulders, hips, all that good stuff. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Finish that step in. Great job, everybody. All right, 2 more rounds. Believe it or not, we're flying here. We got our hinge pattern up next. So remember, with the hinge, those are our floor touches. Reaching down to the ground, coming back up like you're picking that object up off the ground. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Like you got that heavy box on the ground, you're picking it up strong, using the legs, not using the back. One way is try to keep that flat back position. See, if I go too low, you can see my back start rounding out. This is too much range of motion for me. The same thing, I'm going down to a height that's comfortable. I keep my flat back to about right here, and then I start losing a little bit. So that's where I go for my hinge, for my deadlift pattern. Go work, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good job working on hamstrings, glutes, all that good stuff. We got row flies or lateral raises. We'll be showing lateral raises this time, but remember the row fly, strong, bent over, stance, elbows tight to the body, drive them up, then straight arms out. Or lateral raise, standing, just raising those arms to that shoulder height. So working on those same muscles. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And as I mentioned before, you can get a little bit of a rhythm into this movement. You can also give a little bit of hold at the top, resist that gravity a little bit more. Just got to do what's feeling comfortable for you. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Lateral race is done. We got D1 coming up. So remember, reaching across the body, thumb back towards the wall. Here we go, everybody get ready. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get after it. Keep moving. Keep working. We are halfway through the second half after this move. Well, we got one more, I guess, till we're officially halfway through, but you're getting close. So don't give up on me now. Keep that intensity up. Those last few reps were honestly terrible. Don't take my form for advice. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right. Contra lateral reach. So remember, opposite arm, opposite leg, marching in place, adding that reach into it. Same thing, it's gonna work the core a little bit. So same thing, if you feel like you're losing your balance here, you might want to get up close to a wall. Even you could completely rest your back on the wall and still do the same exercise. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reaching up, knee and the arm. Good work, everybody. Just keep it up, keep moving at your pace. Remember, you control arm height, you control leg height. Same thing, you can just keep it right here, a little bit of march. Same thing, maybe you're getting pretty fatigued at this point. We're getting pretty late into the workout. Don't feel like you got to go crazy here. 3, 2, 1. Really good job. Squat coming up next. So remember, you can go lateral squat. We can go body weight squat. Or we can go in the chair on the edge of the couch. Same thing. The chair can be a great reference point because all the squat variations are very similar to sitting down and standing up. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing. We're just going to be working on that bilateral squat. And then you control the intensity, you control the depth. The depth really important here too. Maybe you're feeling like you're getting some pretty good depth today. Maybe you kind of want to challenge it a little bit. or something. Maybe you're staying a little bit higher. It's fine. 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Squats done. Push-ups coming up. Wall, floor, couch, whatever's feeling good. Same thing, another great variation I probably don't touch on enough is these isometric holds. You can go from this bottom position, simply try to push yourself away from the ground, hold. Maybe you kind of break halfway, then you get back into pushing. That isometric can be great muscle activation, get these muscles working. But 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keep working, everybody. You got this. And we are done with those. Really good job with that one, everybody. Push-ups are done. ITYs coming on up. So ITYs, remember, that bent over position, strong back, strong glutes. Get into that hinge position. Go I overhead, Y, T out to the side. Remember, you go one arm at a time. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, if you're going one arm I, Y, T, and the same thing, you switch arms, Y, T. Nothing wrong with this variation here. Same thing, can be pretty challenging to hold that position in that isometric hold right here in the squat position, bearing up your weight. So this is a great way to modify, still get the same movement pattern, still get all those benefits in a different variation. 3, 2, 1. Really good job. Inchworm coming up. Remember, chair, floor, wall. Remember, you're walking the feet out, walking it back in. Remember, don't be going so far that it feels like you're going to fall over. The same thing, you want to get to a point where you're challenging the core, challenging the body a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to be going from the ground this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Make sure you're staying up nice and tall after every rep if you're going from this ground variation. Not apply as much to that chair variation on the floor. There we go. Last rep. Make it count. Whew. Great job. One more round. Then remember, we're going to be talking about social and environmental pillars, so you don't want to miss that out. Stick around till the end. We'll be talking a little bit there, diving into the research about the positive and negative effects of having social support and how you can create a social support system. So we got our hinge pattern coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, like you're trying to pick that object up off the ground. Even if you want to grab an object, grab a pillow, moderately challenging object. You don't need equipment, but it can be a good way to kind of still get in that pattern. Picking up that object, picking up that pillow, just drop it back down. Make it transferable to everyday life. Make it transferable to something that is common, something that you might do, so you can relate these movements together. 3, 2, 1, and done. So we got our row fly or lateral raises. Remember, lateral raises, just bringing hands up to shoulder height, or row fly. It's a little bit more challenging getting over into that bend over position. Drive the elbows up, then straight arm, alternating each one. A little bit of combo move here. We're going to be going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Roll those elbows up. And straight arm fly. Until you go at a pace that's comfortable for you. Moving at my pace. Great job, everybody. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Way to get after it. We got our D1 pattern coming in next. Moving right along here. So in this D1 pattern, I'm going to back up a little bit. So remember, it's like you're reaching in your pocket, coming across diagonally, alternating through. We got 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reaching across the body each and every rep. And you choose a pace that's comfortable. Use a shoulder range of motion that's comfortable. Great job, everybody. Come on. Finish strong here. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done with that. Last time doing those D1s. And we got our Contralateral March and Raise. Kind of reaching up to the sky. Coming back down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. You got 15 seconds of rest. Come on, finish strong here, everybody. Home stretch, 5 exercises, 30 seconds apiece. 2 minutes, 30 seconds exercise. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You know, when you think about it, you think it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It doesn't seem that bad. I swear, when you're in that that circuit, it might feel like forever. That 30 seconds can feel like a minute sometimes. Just keep your pace, modify your pace need be. Let's finish strong here at the end. Come on, 10 seconds left. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That's how you do it, everybody. Really great job with that one. We got our squat pattern. Remember, we can go with our body weight squat. We can go with our lateral squat, shifting side to side. One way to get in that form. Sometimes like kind of shifting the weight, and then I kind of just increase the range of motion as I feel more comfortable. Or same thing as always, go with these sit to stand. We're gonna be going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And we working on this. Same thing. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more fatigued here. Maybe that body weight squat, lateral squat, it's not feeling too great right now. This box squat can be a really great variation, especially when your couch, like for me, my couch is a little bit deeper than my actual squat range of motion. So it does challenge a little bit of these deeper hip flexors and some of these muscles to start this movement. So still a great workout. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Last 3 moves. Push-ups, ITYs, Inchworm. Finish strong, choose that variation. Remember, wall, floor, counter, knees, from your toes. So many different push-up variations here. You got to choose the one that works best for you. But remember, this is the last time doing push-ups. Challenge yourself here. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Here we go. Come on, 5 seconds. Here we go. We are done with the push-ups. Yeah, ITYs, Inchworm. Last 2 moves. You got this. Remember in that ITY, you can go one arm at a time, both arms. You choose I, Y, T. Come on, let's get after it here. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Way to go, everybody. Come on. 15 more seconds. All right. Really good job with that, everybody. IT-wise done. Inchworm. Very last move here. I'll be working on a chair variation, but remember, from the wall, from the floor, whatever is feeling good for you. Got 10 seconds. Come on, last move. Let's finish strong. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Walk the feet back in, and then walk them out. Tiptoe back in. Great job. Here we go. 10 seconds. Last move. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And great job. Inchworm done. Grab a drink. You made it through the workout. Something to be proud of. Great job here today. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. I'll be back in a second and we'll get into that cool down. So I'll leave you hanging here, but honestly, I had to go the whole stream, but didn't want to leave you guys in the middle of the workout. But now we're going to cool down. I'll be back in a second. All right, back now. We're gonna finish up here with a cool down. Hope you all enjoyed that workout so far. And remember, we're gonna get into that policy change or not policy change, environmental and social factors that influence health. So we're gonna be talking about a little bit this here after we finish up this cool down. So let's start with these self hugs. All right, great job. So anyway, something's going to be kind of similar to what we were doing in that middle, kind of halfway point of the workout. We got those self hugs. Now we're going to be doing leg swings. Always love getting these done. A little bit of this dynamic stretching here after the workout. Just keep swinging, kicking that leg. Here we go. Great job, everybody. We're going to switch the legs up. Move the other leg now. Great job with that one. Here, a little bit of a different one. Maybe you got an elevated surface, you got the couch, got that chair. Something you don't want to pick the object too high. Still want to be comfortable. Don't want to feel like you're stressing anything out here. One good stretch. I like to sometimes you kind of put your leg up on that elevated surface. Same thing, a little bit of this lean in right here, kind of stretching out the ankle, stretching out the calf. This can be a really good one. The same thing, don't go so far that you see you're feeling a lot of stress in the knee, things like that. So feel like a little bit of a light stretch and then come back. You're going to be controlling the range of motion here. Same thing going with the other leg. I'm kind of dropping that other leg down, kind of sinking down into it a little bit. Just kind of stretching out that knee, stretching out the calf. Same thing, this might not feel great for everybody. Don't push it if this is feeling uncomfortable. Another move here, one I always love having here in the workout. You can do this from a seated position, or you could do this from a lying down position. Just going to be kicking the leg as lightly as possible from the seated position. And same thing, we can also do that same variation from our back, a little bit more gravity resistant. Same thing, alternate the legs each time, or work with the same leg again, that hip, leg, all that stuff. Going down, just restoring some range of motion back to these joints, back to these muscles. There you go, keep working on this for a few more seconds. All right, great job. And a little bit more up body, same thing we did in the warm up here. Going to be doing those T-spine rotations. Same thing, strong position here, arms out in front. Same thing, let that arm come back towards the wall. Stretching out that shoulder, stretching out the mid-back, maybe feels in the core a little bit even. Really good job here, everybody. Just a few more reps. And all right, shake things out a little bit. Kick the legs out, maybe shake the arms out, kind of just get everything feeling a little bit loose. And all right, last thing. Let's get into some breathing patterns here. I want to take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Long, deep breaths. Try to get about 10 of those. And while you're finishing those up, I'm going to be talking a little bit here about that policy change stuff. All that. Or not. Why do I keep saying policy change? That's what we were talking about last week. Now we're talking about that social environmental factors that are influencing health. So, if you tuned in last year, you got to hear from Adam about how not having that strong social support, not having, well, first, let me backtrack. What is social support? It's having people, friends, family, coworkers, even animals, people that can help alleviate your stress, people you can count on to kind of bring you up when you're down. And, not having somebody like that, can, have a lot of negative impacts. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could even be a group. That's why connected community health support exists. We want to create a community of people that are helping each other, trying to encourage each other, try to get better, because this is such an important part of maintaining healthy habits and, living a healthier lifestyle. It's like you want to be, it's almost like you are who you surround yourself with, almost in a sense. So if you have a lot of friends and things that are, really into exercise and fitness, or, some of the same things you're interested in, you're going to be more likely to participate in these things, do these things, compared to, maybe you have friends that, want to go out to the bar every single night or every week. Same thing. It's not like you going out to the bar is necessarily a bad thing. Everybody wants to have some social time. Everyone wants to have some fun. But at the same time, if you have one that's trying to drag you out every single night where you're not even really feeling like going, but you're just doing it because it's your friend, this can be something that's almost a social influence that could be negatively impacting you. I know we talked a little bit about last time we were talking about social support. Now we're kind of talking about, how can you cultivate that social support? What are the positive effects of having people that, you can come to in a time of need that can help you out? Whether it's a coworker, whether it's a professional, whether it's a friend, family, animal, you name it. And so even I know it's in all the things, some people might actually feel more comfortable having an animal as a social support. It's very common. That's why they have therapy animals, therapy dogs, things of that nature. And they've even found that, for hospital patients that are in the emergency department, shown that therapy animals have been shown to decrease symptoms of anxiety, depression, and even sensations of pain. Imagine an animal just coming in to your emergency department and somehow, some way, you just being in contact, seeing this therapy animal is helping alleviate some of your pain. pretty crazy things. But, same thing, having that social support almost in a sense. It's like the animal is very happy to see you. It's loving. It's things like that that can be encouraging and kind of help people along the way. And, I know we're talking about animals the same, but that stays very true for having people in your life that can do these same things for you as well. So, and the same thing as Adam mentioned, again, the lack of social support and, social interaction can lead to, more stress, feelings of loneliness, even increase your risk of developing things such as hypertension. However, having that strong social support has been shown to, decrease these symptoms of depression. And, they found that if you do not have that social support system, they did a study of college students, they found that you're actually going to be more likely to become depressed if you don't have that strong social support system. So this can be a very, influential factor to kind of help build you back up. So, having that strong support can decrease stress, increase self-esteem, and lower your risk of developing these cardiovascular disease. But as we kind of talked about before, really important to have people in your life that encourage those healthy habits. If your social support system is, when you're feeling down, like, hey, we're just going to, go out and party and try to escape, the things that might be bothering us, that could be that could be might be kind of supporting you. So like kind of be a social support, but not in a positive way. If you see what I'm saying, you don't want to be caught up. Your support system is kind of bringing you down almost in a sense, even if they're there for you, but they're bringing you down with the wrong habits. So that's why it's really important to still have the social support system, but still have people that are going to positively influence your actions and habits. And so, how can you create that social support network? I know that could be a difficult thing, especially if you've been feeling down, feeling a certain way mentally. It can be difficult to kind of get yourself out there and try to find that social support system. Maybe you don't have a good relationship with your family. And whatever the situation is, that is why we are here. That's why Connected Community Health Support is here. We're always at the email, a message away. Don't hesitate. Even, you might be seeing this live right now. You might be seeing this recording. You might be seeing this a week from now. Whenever you're seeing this, if you don't see live in the title, it might be a replay. So, if I don't respond to you in the chat, just assume I'm probably not live here. I always try to respond to everybody in the chat. So, send us a message on social media. We'd love to help, try to give you some resources. We do health coaching, personal training, all these things. We're really just here to try to help you. We understand these can be very difficult times, and health and fitness is something we are all passionate about, and we would love to help you in any way. But, I know same thing, maybe you want that in-person, social support, same thing, we're always here for you, but maybe, I need somebody that's going to be able to, I can kind of hang out with and support me in that way. And, if you're watching this virtually, that's probably not going to be an option for us. So, what are some ways that you can try to, find that social support group? I think a lot of that, it can be difficult, is kind of getting involved, maybe doing some volunteer work. Same thing, I can kind of bring up that self-esteem. You can meet new people through that kind of, are doing good things as well, supporting things. Oh, it's not great to see you in here. Happy Tuesday. How you doing today? But, and so, having that social, maybe try volunteering, maybe, if you're religious, getting involved with a church, that can be a great support system. Or, even joining our community groups here at Connected Community Health Support. We try to do those community groups so people can get involved, contact each other, get in touch with other people from Connected Community Health Support, and kind of build that community of bringing each other up and, reaching our goals together. Great. I'm really glad to hear that, Snug. Good to see you in here. Yeah, and, that's kind of what we've been talking about with social support. We're going to have a blog about that, coming up next week. And same thing, Thursday and Friday, we're going to be talking about a little about environmental factors. We talk about those social factors, how, people and things can influence your mental and physical health. And then we're going to be talking about how you can kind of cultivate your environment to promote a healthier lifestyle. Some of, what you can do to how your environment can be potentially negatively impacting you and also positively impacting you. So same thing. Adam's kind of going with the negatives first. We kind of leave it off on a little bit of a heavier note. Then I kind of follow up with the positive things. Trust me, Adam's not just being negative. It was just kind of how we scheduled the stream. He's talking about a little bit of negatives. I'm talking about the positive, just so we can kind of divvy up the content a little bit. And as some of you might know, Seth, he's one of our other members here, founders here, Connected Communities Health Support. Usually do those Monday sessions. However, it's been a little bit of a crazy work schedule lately. He's not been able to do his 7:30 a.m. streams, but we hope to have him here shortly. Good cop, bad cop. Yeah, it's not right. Yeah, I mean, hey, someone's got to do it, right? Yeah, so trust me, Adam's not just being negative about it. He's not trying to scare you with all this stuff, but, same thing. I think it really is. I mean, who would have thought that just not having somebody you can talk to, having this emotional support can increase your risk of developing cardiovascular disease? I mean, that's pretty substantial. That's kind of mind-blowing to me. Is that something, how not having this, mental support can negatively impact your health with, potentially deadly diseases. It can really increase your risk of having those. So, it's pretty crazy to me. It's really important, I think, to have that social support group, and the same thing, whether it's friends, family, animal, people online, whether it's us, whatever it may be, just having somebody you can talk to, having somebody you can reach out to when you're feeling down, when you're feeling alone. It could be us, it could be your friends, family, whatever it may be, but it's important to have that person. I keep missing the time Adam gets on. Yeah, his schedule has been a little bit odd lately. He has been trying to get up at those 5:30 p.m. Thursday. I know I've said that a few times, then some things came up really last minute where he had to stream at like 12 o'clock, something in the middle of the day. It was really main, so I don't know if you got a chance to talk with him, but he teaches some group training classes at a fitness facility local. And the owner of the gym who teaches most of the classes was actually just having a kid. So he was in his wife with the hospital for a week. So it was a little bit delayed. And so Adam was kind of covering those classes. And so it was kind of playing it by ear. He's like, oh, was the baby born today? If not, he needs to coach the class. If yes, he still might be there a few days, but he could cover the next one. So he really didn't know what his schedule was going to be. So sorry, a little bit confusing there, Snug, but he will definitely be there 5:30 this Thursday. The other trainer there, his child is born healthy, always great thing. But, just want to give you a little bit of information about what's going on to Adam, what's going on to Seth. And yeah, so Adam, 5:30 Thursday, me, 7:30 a.m. Friday. You're not going to want to miss out on that environmental information. So stay tuned. And same thing, we got to have some good social media, good blog posts coming up. So make sure you go check it out. Wait for it. There you go. Check us out, connectedchs.com. Find out everything we have to offer, from blog posts, health coaching, a lot of free resources, just trying to help people out, get people to reach their health and fitness goals. However, it's been a great time talking to everybody. Really enjoyed the stream today. Hope you all had a great workout, had a great time, but I do got to start heading out here. Got some things I got to take care of. But, as always, love being here, love the stream. Thank you guys for all being here and supporting. And I really hope you all have a great rest of the week. And I hope to see you Friday, 7:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Thursday. If not, don't worry about it, though. All our previous workouts will be restreamed to Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. I mean, at 1:30, I'm actually going to be replaying this same exact stream. So if you missed out today, you're just joining in, you can see this workout right after this one ends. And same thing, even if you're watching the replay, you're going to see this workout again after the replay of this ends. We're going 24/7 on Twitch, all that good stuff. So never miss a workout. But anyways, enough rambling. Got to go here in a second. So Jacob signing out. Hope you all have a great day.